I don't know how many times I can reiterate it or repeat it. Moisturize in
layers. Don't just put one.
Okay, so lately I've been getting a lot of questions on how I grew my natural hair. So I just decided to start this channel because it's just too much that goes into growing your natural hair. And it's too much to just tell a person in one sitting or through a text message or over Facebook. So I decided to make this natural hair series. And if you would like to know how I grew my natural hair, just keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so in today's video, I am going to show you how I grew my natural hair from this to this. So before you start to go into your natural hair or washing your hair, so you want to make sure that you are dividing your hair into sections before you go in and start your natural hair routine. Okay, so the first step and the first tip in growing your natural hair, and that helped me grow my natural hair fast, is pre-pooing your natural hair. A pre-poo is cleansing your hair with an oil before going in with a traditional oil. So there are many different benefits to pre-pooing your hair. One is minimizing the knots on the ends of your hair, minimizing split ends, also making your hair more manageable. So when you go to detangle your hair, it is more easier. It also coats your hair with an oil so that when you go in with the traditional shampoo is not going to strip your hair from the oils, the natural oil. Tip number 2 and step number 2 in my natural hair routine that helped me grow my natural hair long is sitting under a hair dryer after your pre-poo. So when you sit under a hair dryer, the hair dryer is going to steam your hair follicles and lift your hair follicles so that every step and every moisturizing product that you put in your hair will get into your hair follicles, because if your hair follicles are closed, then it's going to be hard for product to actually get into those follicles. All right, so tip number 3 is to make sure after you pre-poo, you sit under the hair dryer, you want to make sure that you are detangling your hair in sections with a conditioner or a detangler that gives your hair lots of slip. So the reason why you want to use a conditioner that gives your hair a lots of slip is because it's going to make your hair easier to be detangled. You're going to see less break, and it's just going to give you what you need to get through the detangling process. So if you are using a conditioner that's not giving you enough slip, you're going to notice that your hair is harder to actually detangle. You're going to see breakage, you're going to see shredding. If you use a conditioner that has a lot of slip, I guarantee you will get through the detangling process easier. And what I mean when I say has lots of slip is when you put the conditioner on your hair, you can comb through your hair easily, or you can finger detangle through your hair easily. All right, so tip number 4 and step number 4 in my natural hair routine is to when you go in to wash your hair, you want to use an all natural moisturizing shampoo. The reason why I say use an all natural moisturizing shampoo, because you want to use something that's going to moisturize your hair. You want to moisturize your hair in layers, so that includes with your shampoo. You want your shampoo to be moisturizing as well, and you want it to be natural, because a lot of products that's out here are not natural, and they leave chemicals and products on your hair that over time dries out your hair. And what I always like to tell people is think about your hair, the health of your hair over time and not at that moment, because a lot of things you do to your hair can damage it over time. Not using natural hair products can damage your hair over time. So the next tip / step that helped me grow my natural hair is to clarify your hair. Now you can clarify your hair with a clarifying shampoo, but I use ACV, which is apple cider vinegar. So there are many different benefits to clarifying your hair, specifically with using ACV, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar has so many benefits. It restores your pH balance of your hair, promotes shine, promotes healthy, removes buildup. So over time, when you are moisturizing your natural hair, you're using all of these oils and all these minerals in your hair, it's gonna build up over time, and a traditional shampoo is not going to be able to get rid of that buildup. So you're going to have to clarify your hair using some type of clarification, which could be like I said, a clarifying shampoo, or in my case I use ACV because it's natural and you can use it around the house for a lot of other things. So yes, clarify your hair. All right guys, so step number 6 is using a regular natural conditioner. So after you pre-poo your hair, you detangle your hair, you've washed it. Now it's time to condition it. You want to use a regular conditioner, and I recommend using a natural conditioner. All right, step number 7 slash tip number 7 in my natural hair routine that helped me grow my natural hair long is to deep condition your hair. This is a big one. You want to deep condition your hair either once a week or once every 2 weeks. You want to make sure that you are using a natural deep conditioner, and you want to make sure you are following the directions. I know what a lot of people, they leave their deep conditioner in too long, and that can cause problems over time as well. So when you go in with your deep conditioner, make sure that you are deep conditioning your hair in sections, and make sure you are distributing enough deep conditioner in your hair. When I first started off, I didn't think that I needed that much conditioner, but you do need lots of deep conditioner when deep conditioning your hair. Also, you want to make sure, this is really important, you want to make sure you are rinsing your hair with cold water. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they can all be done rinsing with warm water. Your deep conditioner, you want to make sure that you are rinsing with cold water, because if you rinse with warm water, you're just going to rinse everything, all of the moisture that you just put in your hair. You're going to rinse that out of your hair, because warm water and hot water is going to lift the hair follicles. And once you put your moisture and your deep conditioning in your hair, you want that to stay. So you don't want your hair follicles to be lifted and then all of that come out. And with warm water, whenever you go and rinse it out, you want to rinse with cold water, because cold water is going to seal the hair follicles and hair strands and seal in that moisture from the deep conditioner. So deep condition in sections, do all of this in sections, and make sure you use enough deep condition and rinse with cold water. So step number 8 slash tip number 8 in my natural hair routine that helped grow my natural hair long is to use a leave-in condition. So after you've done all these steps and you've done your deep conditioning and you rinse that out with cold water, once your hair dries, you're going to be like, what happened to everything that I just did to my hair? So you want to make sure that you are moisturizing your hair in layers. That way, when your hair is dry, it is still moisturized and still luscious and still manageable. So you want to use a leave-in conditioner. I remember when I first started my hair routine, I used to use a deep condition and use a regular condition and do all of these steps, but I wouldn't use a leave-in conditioner, and I would wonder why my hair would be dry within hours or within a day, because you need to use a leave-in conditioner. You want to moisturize your hair in layers, and a leave-in condition is one of those layers that you really need. The next tip number 9 slash step number 9 in my natural hair routine is to use an oil on top of your leave-in. So like I said, we are moisturizing in layers. So after you've done all these steps, the next step is going to be to use an oil on top of that leave-in, because that oil is going to further seal in the moisture that you've done with the deep conditioner, the regular conditioner, the oil, and the Prepoo. It's going to seal all of that in. You are not going to have to continue to moisturize your hair. All right, so tip number 10 is to use a creamer or styler as another layer of moisture, because all of this is going to lock and seal in the moisture from the deep condition and from the regular conditioner. So I don't know how many times I can reiterate it or repeat it. Moisturize in
layers.
Don't just put one moisturizer, one oil on your hair and think that that's enough. All right, tip number 11 says step number 11 is going to be to wear a protective style. So after you've done all of this, you went through your wash day routine, you went through all of the steps that I've given you. Now you got your hair locked and sealed with all the oils and the cream. Now you want to protect that and lock that moisture in more. You want to wear a protective style. There's many protective styles you can wear: buns, braids, twist outs, braid outs, so many things that you can do to protect your hair in a protective style. And I would suggest that you wear this protective style for 1 to 2 weeks, and then you repeat this step. And in between wearing your protective styling, you do want to moisturize your hair. I moisturize my hair twice a day, whether it's straight or curly. I moisturize twice a day because our hair is curly, and it's hard for the oil to get from our roots to our ends because of the curls. So our ends are always so dry. All right, so thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you would like any other videos, any demonstration on what I went over in this video, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below.